Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into the absolute essentials for your sensory-friendly travel kit, all so you can navigate public transport totally stress-free. Seriously, if you've ever felt completely and utterly drained just walking into a busy train station, the screeching brakes, the overlapping chatter, the blinding fluorescent lights, I promise you are absolutely not alone. The sheer chaotic energy of transit can be literally paralyzing. So our focus today is all about empowering you to build a highly personalized, foolproof armor against that stress. Let's get into it.
All right, let's quickly map out our checklist to assemble your travel armor layer by layer. We're going to cover navigating public transport chaos, mastering noise and sound, finding tactile comfort, discreet fidgets for focus, signaling for silent support, and finally, building your rapid reset kit.
Section 1. Navigating public transport chaos. Let's start by looking at why transit environments are just so incredibly exhausting for neurodivergent brains.
Screeching trains, overlapping loudspeaker announcements, that relentless echoing clickety-clack of rolling suitcases across tile floors. Why does this actually physically hurt? Well, sensory overload is a very real, physical, neurological response to a massive barrage of unregulated input. It's absolutely not about just being picky. When a neurodivergent brain is exposed to a busy, unpredictable terminal, it often tries to process every single sensory input at the exact same time. It doesn't magically filter out the background noise. Everything is right there in the foreground, and eventually, the brain just hits a wall. Understanding that this is a very real neurological reality is the crucial first step to building your kit.
Section 2. Mastering noise and sound. Let's move to our first layer of defense and see how we can take back control of our soundscape.
So when it comes to audio gear, we're basically looking at two completely different goals here: blocking overload versus helping focus. The key is choosing your gear based on what your specific brain actually needs in that exact moment. If you're nearing a sensory shutdown and need to totally isolate yourself from a chaotic station, you want active noise canceling, or ANC, to literally silence the world. But if you just need to filter out those harsh background frequencies so you can hold your focus, while still needing to hear, say, boarding announcements, you might want open-ear bone conduction or partial filter options like loop earplugs to just take the edge off.
Looking at this comparison, it's pretty fascinating how these tools solve entirely different sensory problems. For instance, premium over-ear ANC headphones offer the deepest, most isolating block, but they do apply physical pressure to your head. On the total opposite end of the spectrum, we've got moldable silicone earplugs. These cost literally pennies a pair, but they adapt perfectly to your unique ear shape for a custom seal. And then there's bone conduction technology. Because it rests completely outside the ear, it provides zero internal pressure while still delivering your favorite calming music.
Now, if standard earplugs make you feel kind of dizzy or like you're suddenly trapped inside a seashell, you're definitely not imagining it. It's a scientific phenomenon called the occlusion effect. Basically, it's the amplification of internal sounds, like your own voice, your heartbeat, or your breathing, caused by earplugs fully sealing your ear canal. Hearing your own pulse echoing in your head? Yeah, that can be maddening. It's exactly why some folks genuinely cannot stand in-ear active noise cancellation. If that's you, utilizing open-ear bone conduction or those flat-sitting moldable silicone options might just be a total lifesaver.
But what if you need, maximum protection? Well, that brings us to the brilliantly effective stacking technique. Say you're in a roaring airplane cabin where the engine drone is just vibrating right into your teeth. You don't have to rely on just one tool. You start with warm, moldable silicone earplugs pressed flat over the ear canal. Because they sit completely flush, you can then place your over-ear active noise-canceling headphones directly on top without breaking the acoustic seal. Boom! You've just layered your tools and built yourself an impenetrable sensory cocoon.
Section 3. Tactile comfort and pressure. Having mastered audio, we shift to the physical sensation of travel. Because what you wear is just as crucial as what you hear. Before we talk wardrobe, we've got to understand a core concept: proprioception. It's basically your body's internal, subconscious sense of where it is in physical space. When your brain is totally chaotic and overstimulated by a busy airport, it aggressively searches for physical input to ground itself. Providing deep, consistent pressure gives your body a physical anchor. It essentially whispers to your nervous system, hey, you're right here, you're safe, which drastically calms things down. And this is exactly where sensory compression clothing becomes a game changer. Think of it as a portable, weighted blanket that you can wear in public without getting strange looks. Sourcing seamless, breathable fabrics and light compression garments can give you that incredible grounding sensation all day long. A seamless base layer top, bamboo elastane leggings with a wide non-elastic waistband, or light compression socks can make a massive difference for travel fatigue. And hey, never underestimate the power of packing a familiar, soft sleep shirt or blanket from home. Predictability builds confidence, for sure.
Section 4. Discrete fidgets for focus. Let's transition over to how we can manage nervous tension without drawing unwanted attention.
You know, bright, clicky toys might be fantastic for regulating at home, but they often draw stares in a quiet train car. Instead, you want tools that are completely silent, small, and visually subtle. Fidget rings are incredible because they look exactly like standard jewelry and can be continuously spun with just one hand. Small magnetic sliders give you a really satisfying, repeatable tactile movement without taking up any space. Textured keychains are brilliant too, since they hook right to your bag. No frantic digging when you suddenly need to self-regulate. Honestly, even a classic, smooth worrystone kept in a coat pocket works wonders.
Section 5. Signaling for silent support. Because sometimes the absolute hardest part of sensory overwhelm is having to speak up.
Check this out. Tools like this bright orange Journey Assistance card offer a vital visual signal to transit staff that you might need a little extra help. This is fantastic because it entirely removes the burden of verbal explanation. Imagine trying to explain your sensory needs while your brain is actively freezing up from overload. It's exhausting. With these tools, you simply show the bright orange wallet, which can safely hold your route details or emergency contacts, and trained staff instantly know how to assist you without demanding a single explanation. Taking that a step further, on a global level, we have the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower lanyard. Wearing one of these empowers you to navigate security lines, boarding gates, and busy ticketing desks with absolute dignity. It's a widely recognized, non-intrusive way to say, hey, I have a hidden disability, and I might need a bit more time or clear instructions. Airport staff around the world are specifically trained to recognize this symbol. It's all about proactive support and preventing stress before it even happens.
Section 6. Building your reset kit. Finally, let's assemble all these incredible pieces into a concrete packing strategy for rapid recovery. We're actually stealing a tip right from professional logistics experts here. They suggest mapping out your cognitive load by organizing your gear by function rather than by room. So, pack all of your sleep items together in one pouch, tech in another. Keep items in the exact same reachable spots across all of your trips. Why? Well, picture the absolute panic of digging endlessly through a bottomless backpack for your earplugs while a baby cries right behind you. When you're exhausted, you need to drastically lower your decision-making load. You absolutely want to build a dedicated open-first quick-access bag. So what goes into that open-first bag? This is your emergency reset kit, designed to be grabbed in seconds without tearing apart your luggage. It should contain your silicone earplugs or ANC headphones to cut noise, sunglasses to immediately cut harsh glare, a known texture snack like a reliable protein bar to stabilize blood sugar, calming wet wipes or a discreet fidget, and crucially, a small card outlining your own personal reset steps. Our memory completely fails us when we're stressed out, so having your reset steps written down is a total game changer. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this question. What is the one familiar comfort item you will pack to anchor your next journey? Predictability builds confidence, and confidence steadies the whole day. Consider what single, predictable item will be the cornerstone of your own sensory-friendly travel kit next time you step onto a train. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and here's to navigating public transport stress-free. Safe travels!